Right, 7th of January, and we're down here at South Beach, Studland, looking for seagrass. Some little bits there, because out here there are large areas of seagrass. See where the boys are? All through there, and along Studland Beach, and coming from there, just about. There's the training wall, and all this side of the training wall there's large areas of seagrass. So what we want to know, because there have been some storms around Christmas time, what we want to know is there seagrass washed ashore? And the answer is yes, quite a lot. There's certainly, this is all seagrass, with some rats mixed in. And this is Corallina. I think it's Corallina officinalis. And there's a lot more older seaweed here. This whole rack of stuff all the way through here is seaweed. And when you get east in the wind, wave action chucks things up on this beach. And we're now roughly pointing east. It's the Isle of Wight, that's the Needles. So that's east, over there. And it combs through the seagrass beds, chucks up seagrass. But there's relatively little seagrass in here. You can see them. This is all other seaweeds. The other thing we're looking for is Articuliths, or Jania. Jania is a coralline seaweed. Because one of the interests of the year for me in 2025, continuing into 2026, is maerl. Maerl is a free-living coralline alga which forms these knobbly bits. And they're free-living. There's none here, but related to those are these coralline algae which are upright. This is Corallina, possibly Corallina officinalis. It's dead. You see it's jointed. These are geniculate corallines, but maerl doesn't have these joints. It doesn't form upright plants. You can see this is a plant. But related to it is Jania. And these are Janias. Don't know what species because they're dead. And they form Articuliths, which are free-living balls of alga. They're relatively heavy, and these sit in the bottom of the seagrass bed. And I think that in various patches through here, under the water where we can't see them, that the Jania Articuliths are a feature of these seagrass beds. But I've never run across anybody actually recording them as such. I think they can sit there from year to year, living free. They're not attached. A lot of Jania plants of various different species in the British Isles are attached. But these Articuliths can sit in amongst the bottom of the seagrass stems, for want of a better word, and they can perinate, sit there from year to year, and other things live in them and on them. In the summer you often see algae which are living on these Articuliths, and I think they're an important feature. But anyway, this is all seagrass, and these are seagrass rhizomes. They've been ripped out and chucked on the beach here. These little bivalves. This little chap's still alive. He's not very happy. And these cockles, they live in the seabed, and these things and if a storm comes in, they can be thrown on the beach as well. So this one is going back in the water. Won't give him much of a shot because it's nearly high tide, but we'll give him some kind of shot. I could tell he was alive because I picked him up, he was gaping. And his shell closed, so he's been not been here very long. So I'm going to have a look at these, and then I'm going to go out to the car park. This is all seagrass, isn't it? There's huge amounts of it. If this is seagrass that's been chucked on here in a very short time, in a particular storm, that speaks to how productive the seagrass beds are here. These rhizomes here, been chucked up later. These are recent. You can see a separate strand line. But here, there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of it. So I'll have a look at these, and then we'll go to the main beach, but we can't walk at the moment because, you know, high tide. Let's see what we can find. So the question with Articuliths of Jania is, are they important? Are they a constant feature of areas of some seagrass beds? I think the answer is might be, but also the answer is can't prove it. So down here today, short of getting my diving gear on and then going out into the seagrass beds, which I'm hoping to do when the water's a little bit warmer, is to look at the areas of stranded seagrass, rhizomes, which should be in amongst the sand, but are chucked up here, and see if I can find something I can actually recognise as Jania. I'm pretty sure this is it. It's a bit the worse for wear. It's usually pink, with these little tiny articulations that you can just about see with the naked eye, white tips, and this might be it. And you can see it's a bit knackered, but if it was happy and healthy in amongst the seagrass, it would form a ball from sort of marble size up to squash ball size, and they're relatively heavy because they lay down a calcium carbonate endoskeleton. The question is, do they last from year to year to year? So the answer is possibly no, rather than I've never seen it, definitely yes. So the next thing we got to do, fairly fresh muscle here, is get in the water and go out and look and see if we can find Jania articuliths. Here's the remains of a big one. Get rid of that. And see if there are some still out in the seagrass, or if they've all disappeared or come up on the beach and Jania articuliths are only a summer thing. But it's a question which needs answering.